We were not a very good team at first.
We're taking the first steps right now to winning another world championship.
Six. We're gonna win the six.
You want to be my friend?
Yeah.
I bet you would.
A major cat.
Get that shot out of here, Buzz. I told you, if you hesitate, I'm gonna punch you. So shoot the ball whenever you get it.
And his buddy Beasley goes right to it. There you go. First couple again. Just getting used to each other when they do it again. Yes! A winner, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you kidding me? Are you serious?
Happy birthday, Jason Kidd. This place is up for grabs.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Bucked Up, Possibly Entertainment's post-game Bucks podcast. I'm Nick Schneider. This is John Monk. We just watched the game, the Giannis game. This is going to be all over SportsCenter. By the time you see this, it'll have been all over SportsCenter. Holy shiitake mushrooms. This was a game.
The Giannis game where he only led the team in one statistic.
Yeah, I know. This is a game that everyone's going to... This is the Giannis game, and he really just only kind of scored and defended well,
And had 8 boards. Which
is okay. It's fine. I mean,
impressive.
You got out rebounded by John Henson, so what does that tell you?
4 assists. He's still very, very short in his assists.
The thing to point out is that this is the game. This is the game that everyone is going to be able to look at and point to and say, wow, he is a big deal. He is a top 5 player. He is a superstar athlete.
He's a really good player, Giannis, that is.
And I think everyone knew that. But I think at the same time, nobody considered him on the kind of level of a Westbrook or a Harden or these kinds of athletes just because the Bucks aren't getting the kind of media coverage. We have forced the media's hand. You have to cover this. There's no way around it. That was a spectacular performance. For those that didn't watch, first half went about as well as you would expect from a normal Bucks game.
Up about 5 at half, if I remember correctly.
That sounds right.
And,
third quarter didn't go great until
slow.
Giannis came in, kind of just decided on a whim that he was going to take over the game and did that.
Yeah, he had 21 at half-ish, or right around 21, I believe. And then what do you get in the third quarter?
I'm not sure those stats exactly. Don't put me on the spot there.
And
but what's most surprising is the game wasn't won by Giannis' scoring, which everyone knows about. How he's, maybe the best point scorer in the league. Everyone knows this already. Giannis won the game defensively. We needed his 2 steals that came in the fourth, and he just went out and got them.
Mm-hmm.
His block on Nurkic had an open layup.
That one.
He was going to hit it for the go-ahead bucket, and Giannis swatted the living crap out of him. And clean as heck, too.
Everything Giannis did was for the win.
Yeah. 17 for 23, just a mark of efficiency. He hit a 3.
Yeah, first 3 of the year. Big one.
He is going for it. Here's my takeaway from this game and what's going on in the first 3 games, is there's no ceiling for Giannis. Giannis, I can see do this the rest of the season. I could also most likely see him drop, obviously, production. But the takeaway is he is going for the Kobe challenge. He is
Yeah.
going for that MVP. He wants it. And if he keeps putting together performances like this, there's no reason that's out of reach. Like there's nothing stopping him from reaching that. I don't think anyone expected Giannis to play like this. I certainly didn't.
Not to this extent, no.
And to quote Gus Johnson, we are all witnesses
Yeah.
to what he can be, and it's really special to be a part of. That was a special game to be able to see. Any other thoughts on Giannis? Because I don't want to talk about Giannis. 'Cause that's what everyone is going to talk about. If you actually want to hear important information about Giannis, this isn't the place to go to.
He was obviously the game changer. He
Yep,
obviously was the
this
biggest
was
part.
the
But
Giannis game.
many other players did have a very good game tonight as well.
And that's what I want to talk about because they're going to get overshadowed.
Yep.
Malcolm Brogdon was inefficient from the floor, 5 for 14 from the field, which isn't great when you look at just that. But think about this. Malcolm Brogdon had the confidence to take 14 shots today. 14 shots. That's not something he was doing his rookie season.
And that's against another really good point guard, Damian Lillard.
Right, exactly. Not great defensively, obviously, but Brogdon has the confidence to score on his own, and that's really, we've harped on this the first 2 episodes. We're harping on it now. Brogdon has the chance to really be the third option for most of the season until Jabari's back. Like, he's playing great, and I expect him to keep it up. It's really, really impressive. 6 assists, 4 steals, including the game-clinching steal, +5. Malcolm Brogdon had a great game and was a huge part of the win tonight. Tony Snell also really impressive. He shot 7 for 8 from the field at 17 points.
Man, yeah, you don't get any better than that.
Right. When we traded Michael Carter-Williams to the Chicago Bulls for Tony Snell, that was one of the biggest robberies in the history of professional sports. Oh, my God. A phenomenal spot-up shooter. Most of his shots are set shots, which is totally fine. But what was surprising about Snell, like Brogdon has been surprising lately, is he was shooting off the dribble. He took a fadeaway deep 2 tonight off the dribble and absolutely sunk it, which is an exciting development. He started doing it at the end of last season, too, attacking the hoop off the dribble. He had a nice dunk tonight, too. If Tony Snell can start attacking off the dribble, this is a really exciting first lineup. Giannis obviously can do whatever he wants, but Brogdon can score. If Snell can score off the dribble, and then Middleton can get back to form, which tonight was a big step, and then Thon just spaces the floor, like that's a crazy lineup that I'm not sure. I don't know a single team other than the Warriors that can match up with that. That's outrageous.
And the average age of that lineup is 24-ish years old, 24, 25 years old.
It's outrageous. So. What we've built here, and it's so weird how we've built it, and I don't think we planned on building a lot of it. Chris Middleton, I don't think we planned on being a piece.
No, that was another wonderful
Tony
trade
Snell,
years ago.
we were just trying to make something out of nothing in Michael Carter-Williams, and he turned into a real piece. Brogdon is a second-round draft pick. Thon Maker was a home run swing.
Yep.
That we don't know if it. I mean, I have faith, but I don't know that. We don't know that it's turned out yet. But really amazing how this team was built. And off the bench,
Liggins.
Yeah, DeAndre Liggins got run tonight, and he looked great. Last game, a huge problem was with bench scoring, and it was still a problem tonight. But we did get good individual performances from a few people off the bench that was really impressive. Now, a lot of the things that people are going to say is, hey, Nick, didn't you harp all the entire last week about how awful Mirza was and how he needs to be gone and how terrible he is and how much you hate him? I take it all back. I want Mirza to have a max contract, and I want him to be the focal point of this offense.
I will guarantee you either Monday or Thursday you will be harping on how bad Mirza is again.
I want you to know that I think Mirza Teletovic is as good or better of a three-point shooter than Stephen Curry. And that I think that with a better handle, he can be better than Steph Curry.
I have to
just because of his fashion sense.
After
I hate Steph Curry's little goatee thing. Or his mouth guard.
He threw it today. Yeah. So after what Steph did tonight, I'd rather pay Mirza.
Yeah, Mirza never complains. He gets yelled at a lot, but he doesn't complain himself.
He takes it in.
He takes all the heat. And that's the sign of a leader.
He's a tough guy. It's a sign of a leader.
And a star.
He's a tough guy who can shoot the shoot the ball.
Shoot the
really.
lights out. Boy, is he efficient.
And
3 for 4 tonight.
yeah,
Can you imagine a better shooting performance? Like maybe Tony Snell's 7 for 8?
which I'd rather have Mirza's.
Well, here's the thing with Mirza is he just is always in attack mode.
It does.
He's always doing things, and not just on the offensive level. Like, look at his 2 rebounds. One of them he didn't even have to move for it.
He had
a
a
that's
big
just,
steal
that's
though
just
too. He had a big steal tonight.
huge steal.
But his shots, contested shots, they never get blocked. It seems like he always gets them to the rim.
Yeah.
He's a good shooter.
Yeah. Here's my problem I think I have with the bench is our offense is predicated so heavily on pick and rolls.
Mm-hmm.
It's all pick and roll based. Almost everything we do, pick and rolls and then dribble handoffs. And then ISO Giannis.
Well, the dribble
And
handoff
ISO
play with
Monroe.
Snell for that 3, that's
It's
wonderful.
always great. It's always great. My problem is you don't really have anyone off the bench who can score off the pick and roll. Literally anyone. What is Toledovich going to do off the pick and roll? He's going to pop, but for who to drive? Like, nobody's collapsing in on Delhi.
No. Deli's he's got to improve too. He's playing very hard, good defensively.
Which is why I start to think that maybe there is some credence to the Jabari Parker should play off the bench. Not that I don't think he's a starter, but to be able to come in with a second unit like a Greg Monroe and be able to provide efficient scoring off the bench would be huge for this team.
Yeah, that would be.
Would be huge. And this is all hearsay until he comes back. We don't know when he's going to come back. But
He could be a James Harden type player back when he was at the Thunder.
yeah, right. I mean, different kinds of players, but yeah,
Oh,
the same
different,
type
same,
of role. Yeah, absolutely. So I think there is credence to that. Delhi didn't have a great game tonight. 1 for 5 shooting, but I do like what I like about Delhi is his effort on defense day in, day out. It's something I don't think I noticed last year when I was so hard on him. Is he is
He plays
a
very hard.
worker.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's grit.
He'll piss
through
people
and
off
through.
or defensively. He'll get in their face.
I'm
get
surprised
in
that
the
game
middle.
wasn't chippier than it was.
Mhm.
Evan Turner and Giannis almost got in a fight, but
Yeah,
Evan Turner realized that he'd get crushed like a bug.
Evan was getting very frustrated, to be honest.
Yeah, and who
It
can
was
blame him?
well, Giannis is just much better. That's
I
nothing
mean,
you can
it's
do.
as simple as that. Moose
Yeah.
did not play well tonight. 0 for 3, but he didn't get much run either.
No, he only
Kid
had
recognized that
six
he
minutes,
he wasn't. He just wasn't cut out for
tonight.
He wasn't having it tonight, which is fine. Henson ended up playing great. I am all here for a John Henson redemption story.
I'm still,
All in
I
on
still
a John
think
Henson redemption story.
he's going to be inconsistent, but I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. But a game like tonight and a game like even in Cleveland, he played pretty well.
Yeah, so far this year he's playing.
Yeah, he's played fine.
But we'll see how long it lasts. But
Right, but if he can give us a night like this tonight every week, I think that's huge coming. Just as a
definitely.
third option, because I don't trust Thon yet.
no,
Totally, obviously he does some pretty brilliant things every once in a while. Jason Terry got about 4 minutes, didn't do a thing, had 2 assists, but I don't remember any of them, so obviously they weren't anything huge. Sterling Brown didn't get any run despite his performance in the last game, and that's a topic that I wanted to bring up to you. Is I worry about the 2 guard and and we talked about this last week, but Liggins is a legitimate option now.
Yeah.
So Jet is a legitimate option. Sterling Brown's a legitimate option. Liggins is an option for the 2 or the 3, so Sterling. Then obviously Tony and Chris can both play the 2. We're just filled to the. Delhi was playing the 2 guard today for a while when Brogdon's in. Actually, Brogdon I think would have technically been playing the 2, but it doesn't matter. We have an overabundance of 2 guards.
yeah.
Which I never would have thought we would have said. Rashad Vaughn, we didn't even talk about, who I think was inactive tonight, so Liggins could play. I didn't see him on the bench. So yeah, that's something to keep an eye on. Is how is Jason Kidd going to balance the minutes between all these guards? Because obviously someone like Jet doesn't need to play, and that's not a huge deal.
No.
But like a Sterling Brown, I feel like he needs to get run, especially if he plays like he did against the Cavs. But then again, Liggins needs to play. It's going to be interesting to see how Kidd plays with the rotations. But I am happy to say that even though I am a Kidd detractor, I was extremely happy with the way he handled this game. Extremely happy. He had cojones to put Liggins in at the end of that game to guard Lillard.
Well,
and
I was very surprised you put Liggins in that early in the game too. But
right.
even
Obviously,
more
you
so,
saw something in Liggins, and you wanted to see if Liggins can prove himself. But to have the cojones to say Liggins go out there and guard Damian Lillard was impressive. And Lillard didn't end up beating us at the end of the day, which is all you can ask for.
No, Liggins, I thought, played great defensively.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. He was a
he's-
plus. Giannis was a plus 14, I see here, which is pretty impressive. DeAndre Liggins was a plus 10.
Yeah.
So Liggins and Henson,
He
plus
created a
minus
shot.
wise, were the difference makers. And yeah, that's the other thing with Liggins that's impressive is he wasn't really looking for his own shot very much at all.
No.
But he was looking to create multiple times. And I am really happy with his performance, and I'm really happy with his pickup. I was skeptical. I don't think that he was the first option. I think Richard Jefferson probably was, and Gerald Green before him. But man, I think we might have actually landed a decent bench defender, which is nice considering how porous our bench defense is.
Again,
usually.
we're only one game into Liggins, but from what we saw
Oh,
tonight,
of course.
yeah.
Very impressed though.
He had that one bad turnover real early in the game, but then he held the confidence to go out and create shots still towards the end of it.
Yeah.
In a very close game, so
Absolutely.
that was very impressive.
Here's another thing I wanted to bring up. I was watching this throughout the game because I was concerned. We only took 18 threes tonight. We shot 7 for 18, 39%, but we only took 18 threes. I expect more out of this team, if I'm being totally honest
Well,
with you.
we made 7 of them?
7 of them. 7 of 18, but I expect a 25 to 30.
Yeah.
With the amount of spot-up shooters we have in this team, we need to be taking more
So,
threes.
yeah.
We have to be if we want to win ball games. This game is a game that, if I'm being totally honest with you, take away what happened with Giannis, take away a lot of the positives of this game, and it didn't need to be as close as it was. There was no reason for it to be. We outplayed them.
I felt like all game we were in complete control all game. I thought it was going to be a 10-point win.
That was also the impressive thing that I've seen about this Bucks team is, other than the Cavs game, obviously this wasn't true, but during the Celtics game and during this game, you saw a team that felt like they were always in the driver's seat, that the fate of the game was always in their hands going forward, and that's not something I'm used to as a Bucks fan.
No.
And it's really surprising considering this is the exact same team.
Just 1 year older, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we have, 12 returning players or whatever
Right.
it was, which is awesome. We
Right.
get a young team together like that. But, yeah, in that Cavs game, that was kind of anybody's ball game, especially after the first half.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so, then, like you said,
It was just a poor second half. Our bench got destroyed.
Yeah.
We talked about that last week.
Yeah.
But I am impressed. I do think this team is a contender for a playoff run. I mean, obviously, we're not
Cavs,
a better team than the Cavs because of LeBron. But where we're at right now,
Well, within a couple of years,
we
I
are
think
so
we are.
far ahead of where I thought we would be now. If you would ask me 2 years ago, in 2 years, where do you think you're going to be? If you would have said, I think we're going to have a great team that is challenging for the top 2 spots in the East, that I believe could be a top 2 seed in the East, I would have thought you were absolutely crazy. Absolutely, and that was back when I had full confidence in the team. I just didn't think that was in the future anytime soon until.
No, we didn't have anywhere near a star at that time.
2 years ago, we kind of knew.
Oh, 2 years
we
ago.
kind of knew Giannis was going to be a star.
I thought that a while ago.
No, I said 2 years ago.
Oh, okay, that's
is what I said.
Oh, I misheard.
2 years ago
I thought you said
is what I said.
13 years ago. See,
Sorry.
but there was a guy, Meta World Peace. Remember when he tweeted the Bucks will win the NBA Finals in 2 to 5 years?
He did say
This
that.
is the 5th year.
Is
of
it
that
is it
tweet.
really the 5th year of that tweet?
Well, that's.
I mean,
off the top
I'm
of my
gonna
head.
have to find it and put it in the edit, John. And if you're wrong, oh boy,
It's
the
gotta,
7 people who watch the show are gonna be
It's
pissed.
gotta be about the 5th year, because we were juniors in high school when that happened. So how long
Well,
ago was that?
don't age us, John.
Well, I'm just
Don't
trying to.
age us. Don't age us. Blazers. Blazers, I think, actually played fairly well. Lillard had 26. McCollum had 26. Nurkic ended up having 17, which actually I thought I remembered it being less than that. But fine game all around by all 3 of them. And they almost willed it to a win if it wasn't for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah.
Harkless actually ended up playing well with 13 points. The biggest takeaway, of course, is we didn't have an answer for Nurkic, who, well, actually, you know what? Do you want to know what? In the game, it seemed like we didn't have an answer for Nurkic, like he was bullying people down low, but he went 7 for 17.
Yeah.
And if Nurkic goes 7 for 17, I'll take that 100% of the time. McCollum ended up shooting 9 for 18, 3 for 6 from deep. Lillard 6 for 14, 3 for 5 from deep. Good games from both of them. They're both great guards.
Great, yeah.
This is a good team that we went out and we got a win for. And I'm really impressed with everything that went down tonight. Everything that went down. And I was just happy to be a part of it.
Oh, wonderful night. Yeah, both teams on a back-to-back night, so I was impressed with both teams with their energy. Because back-to-back nights are always tough.
That is something to say. Is the energy level was there tonight,
On
and I think
teams,
a huge
yeah.
part of that's the crowd. We were at the arena tonight, and what Bucks fans have been doing, at least the first 2 games, has been fun. It's been a lot of fun to be in that arena. Less obviously here than less people were in the arena today than the Cavs game, but even at the end of this game, the BMO was rocking, baby. Holy mackerel, the BMO was rocking.
That's a special feeling.
Yeah.
At least as a Bucks fan, that's one of the best feelings you're
So
gonna
I encourage everyone to
Go
make
out.
sure to get to as many games as humanly possible. Support this team. Last year in the BMO, I don't think they're going to have any problems selling games at the WESC.
No.
So make sure that while we're in the BMO, we make it count. Now, the last thing I want to bring up about the game is 34 for 42, or not 34 for 42. We were out-rebounded by 8 boards.
Yeah,
At
that's
one
the
point in the
problem.
game in the fourth, it was by 15.
Hey, yeah.
That's an outrageous number.
That's probably why.
How do we fix it?
That's probably why the game stayed so close.
What is the problem? Where is the problem?
Phew. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Well, I'm not the smartest.
Thonmaker, as the starting center, is going to get bullied inside.
Yeah.
Giannis is a great rebounder, but who else on the team rebounds? Chris
yeah.
Middleton rebounds well for a guard, but well for a guard.
We don't-
Brogdon also rebounds well for a guard, but again, we don't have a center to pull in rebounds like a Nurkic.
And Moose did only
And-
play 6 minutes
exactly.
tonight.
Moose
but
played only 6
you'd
minutes.
have
but
to
this
rewatch
is-
the game.
This is a continuing factor all throughout my Buck fandom.
That's
we
how it's
can't
always
rebound
been,
the
yeah.
basketball, and it's so bothersome to see them get as many second chance points as they did. That's a big reason that they were in the game as much as they were.
that was the reason.
And so, I think that's one of the keys going forward is limit second chance opportunities. Take as many threes as we can get. I was impressed with the Blazers' defense, actually. I think they kept us off the three-point line quite a bit and made us drive.
Yeah.
But, I think if we can just clean some of that stuff up, man. Holy mackerel.
A lot of seasons to do so as well.
Right, exactly. Chris Middleton had to step up today. He scored 18 points, sealed the game. But I do expect more than what I saw. Just some bad decision making, which you don't usually see from Chris. But it all came from him being aggressive, trying to break out of the slump.
Oh, yeah. He didn't shoot hardly any threes tonight either, did
He shot 1 3.
1 3, yeah. So
And in the first 2 games, he shot 5 in each game.
yeah, so he's not at all to his midseason form.
He was trying to find his rhythm tonight.
Yeah,
and
which
that was
is
clearly
good,
what it was.
yeah.
He was very aggressive, but in doing so, he took some shots that I was not a fan of, made some dumb decisions with the ball. But overall, definitely a step in the right direction for Chris Middleton getting back on track.
Oh,
He
yeah.
only played 29 minutes
Yeah, that's
compared to
even
Giannis's 39,
Yeah.
which is Tony
That's-
Snell played 5 minutes more than him, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm. Well, Giannis he'll get a lot of minutes. I mean, it's Giannis now.
Yeah,
he's gonna get
he's
all
a
of his
40
minutes.
minute per game guy, which is great.
Is awesome.
Exactly
That's
where I
what
want
we
him
need.
to be
That's
at.
I'm not at all worried about Middleton though. He's gonna be just fine, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, there's no real concern. I just hope he gets back into form as soon as
Oh,
possible,
same.
so we can
Yeah,
start
of
racking
course.
up some wins. We got to win. Blazers are a team we have to beat
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want to go into Houston and be like, man, we really have to get this game. I don't want to ever have to feel like that because it's dangerous. It's real dangerous, man. So let's get these wins while we can. Let's beat the Hornets on Monday.
Yep.
Beat the Celtics. I think they're
Thursday.
a totally beatable team now on Thursday. And I get our wins while we can.
We should. We're a contender kind of team now. I mean, we're better than most teams.
It's so weird going from being a 6 seed who's not very good, bringing the same team back, and all of a sudden everything kind of clicks.
Yep.
Everyone's taking a step forward. It's really impressive, and I am absolutely not Jason Kidd's biggest fan. But at the end of the day, if he can get this kind of improvement out of these guys, like Tony Snell and Malcolm Brogdon, oh man, I'm beginning to be fine with him.
Oh yeah, he's. I mean,
Was there anything else around the league that happened that was interesting this week?
this week
Or today? Sorry, I'm sorry.
well, the Warrior game again.
Yeah, Kevin Durant and Steph Curry ejected.
Yeah.
That was interesting. Really interesting, actually. And then losing to the Grizzlies, and then the Magic blowing out the Cavs was impressive.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a very weird night for basketball, actually.
There was another. Or the Jazz beat the
Thunder.
Yep,
Yes,
that was another.
Jazz beat the Thunder.
Yeah, it was a crazier night. In the
Right.
NBA.
Russell Westbrook and Melo very inefficient. Paul George also not super efficient. Yeah, so weird night. A night so weird that I hope it doesn't take away from Giannis getting as much national spotlight as he deserves.
I don't think it will.
Because he deserves a chunk of time on ESPN tomorrow morning.
Definitely.
And a segment on The Herd. And every talk radio host around the planet needs to be talking about him. And
I'm sure they will.
it's going to be fun to see tomorrow, I'll tell you what.
Yep. I'm really looking forward to watching the people talk about Giannis and the Bucks.
Because it doesn't happen. I remember a few years back, maybe 3 or 4, we were playing the Knicks in New York, and I got excited because we had beat the Knicks that night, and the next day on ESPN there was a block dedicated to Bucks Knicks. And I was so excited. I waited all through SportsCenter to watch it, and the entire story was about Carmelo Anthony taking the subway to the game. And like that was the story, even though we had destroyed the Knicks that night. And it's awesome to see this mid-market team, small market team, start to get recognized for what they're doing and for what Giannis is doing. And it's so special to be a part of. It's so special to be a part of. I can't put into words what he means to Bucks fans and what this game means to Bucks fans.
Oh, I 100% agree.
Everything we've been seeing and saying since his rookie year, not all of us, including me, but everything that we've thought and felt about him for all these years,
hopes for.
It is now.
Mm-hmm.
Now is the time.
That's the future is now. It's our time now.
It's spectacular. Monday, we'll be podcasting. We're not sure if here or at the other set from the first episode yet. We will figure that out as we go.
Yeah, pending if we go to the ball game or if we watch it.
Yep.
So, pending.
Anything else you've been up to? Anything else you want to talk about? It's only been a day since our last one, so probably not, huh?
Yeah, not too much. We'll be back Mondays.
Yeah, apologies for the short episode. We're really tired. We'll be back on Monday with probably a normal length bucked up. But thanks for watching. You can subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video with your friends. I'm Nick Schneider. That's John Monk. This has been Bucked Up.
Big night.
Big night. Peace out.